After 20 years, Emma, now 42, divorced, exhausted, and trying to put the pieces of her life back together, steps into a quiet coastal cafe to escape the cold ocean wind. She's brushing the rain from her hair when she looks up, and suddenly stops. At a corner table, holding a warm mug between his hands, sits Daniel, her college sweetheart. His breath catches the moment he recognizes her. He stands slowly, almost disbelieving, like he's been waiting for this moment for 2 decades. And when their eyes meet, his soften in a way she hasn't seen in a lifetime. Emma hesitates at the doorway, her fingers tightening around her umbrella. Her eyes drift to the corner of the cafe, the table by the window, the one with the view of the restless ocean. Something in her chest twists. It's familiar. She remembers this table, the table they had always gravitated toward in college, though she hadn't come here in years. But Daniel had. Daniel kept coming back year after year, hoping that one day she would walk in through that door again. Her heartbeat quickens, and before she can second-guess herself, she sets down her bag, smooths her hair, and walks slowly toward him. The cafe smells of warm coffee and rain, of memories she thought were long buried. She slides into the chair across from him, trying to appear casual, trying to hide the whirlwind inside her. Emma forces a polite smile, but inside, her heart is trembling. She sits across from him, the rain tapping lightly against the cafe windows, filling the silence they're both afraid to break. Daniel asks how she's been. Emma answers with the safest smile of the truth. Fine. Just rebuilding. He hears what she doesn't say. He always did. But Emma keeps her guard high, because he was the one who left her without a real goodbye. He vanished from her life just when she believed they were building a future. She tells herself he probably moved on. Married, had kids, lived a life untouched by heartbreak. But then Daniel quietly admits the truth. I never stopped thinking about you. Her breath stumbles. Emma feels a familiar ache rise in her chest. Because now she's a woman with scars. A divorce that hollowed her out. A heart that's afraid to hope. She feels unlovable. Someone who waited too long to be chosen. And beneath all that, she carries a guilt she never voiced. The guilt of not fighting harder for him back then. Even though she had no idea what he was going through. Daniel, meanwhile, carries wounds of his own. He explains how his mother's long illness swallowed his 20s. How hard it was for him to work 2 jobs. How every plan, every dream, every thought of Emma kept getting pushed aside while survival became his priority. Life moved forward, and he never caught up. He admits he always wanted to come back for her. But time ran too fast, and by the time he gathered the courage, he assumed she'd built a beautiful life without him. Letting you go, he says softly, is the one thing I never forgave myself for. Emma looks at him, really looks at him. Older, tired, gentle. A man shaped by regret, just as she is shaped by heartbreak. 2 people, wounded by different wars, but carrying the same ache. Despite everything, the connection between them hums quietly in the space between their hands. Familiar, alive, frightening. Because love like theirs doesn't die. It waits. Emma takes a shaky sip of her coffee, trying to steady her racing heart. The air between them is thick with words unspoken, memories unshared. Daniel reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a small, worn envelope. He slides it across the table. Every letter you ever wrote. I kept them all, he admits softly. Emma's fingers tremble as she touches the paper. She had believed he never cared, that he had moved on without a thought. All this time, she thought he had forgotten her. He pauses, the weight of years pressing down. My father, he hid them. He thought I needed to focus on my mother. I didn't know. I didn't get to see them. Tears prick her eyes. The letters, her words, her heart had always been alive in his hands. Emma swallows hard, emotions tangled. Anne, I actually came back for you once. He says slowly, piecing things together. Daniel nods, guilt shadowing his face. 13 years ago, I drove here, hoping to see you. But then I saw you were pregnant. I thought you were happy. I thought I had no place. Her chest tightens as she hears his words. She admits softly, almost to herself. I was already unhappy. My marriage was falling apart. I wasn't happy at all. Daniel's eyes widen, the heavy weight of the times they missed. A silence falls, heavy with the ache of what could have been. The cafe seems smaller, more intimate. The rain outside taps like a heartbeat against the windows. Has life already moved past them? Are they too old and late? Or is this, after 20 years, the moment they were always meant to find each other again? Over the past hour in the cafe, Emma and Daniel have peeled back layers of the past, slowly, carefully. They've laughed at memories, winced at regrets, and shared the quiet pain of years lost. Emma admitted her marriage was crumbling even then, and the walls she had built around her heart over decades began to soften. Through every pause, every sideways glance, the old connection, the one that had never fully died, started to hum quietly between them. It was fragile, delicate, and terrifying all at once. But words alone weren't enough. Daniel needed to show her. And then Daniel reached into his wallet. He pulled out a small, old faded photograph, her younger self, smiling in sunlight, carefree, full of dreams she thought had died along the way. It was a piece of her past he had carried with him through every year of longing and regret. This, he said, voice trembling, this is why I never gave up on us. Why I kept going, even when life kept pulling us apart. Emma's fingers hovered over the photo, disbelief and awe mingling in her chest. 20 years of believing she was forgettable, replaceable, lost in time, crashed against the overwhelming truth. Daniel had never stopped loving her. The photograph wasn't just an image, it was proof, a tangible reminder that the love they shared had survived decades of silence, distance, and misunderstanding. It was the culmination of years of longing, missed chances, and quiet devotion that had brought them to this single, fragile, perfect moment. And as Emma looked up into his eyes, she finally understood. This was the home she had been searching for all along. Not a place, not a memory, but him. Emma takes a deep breath, letting the weight of the past settle around her. For the first time in years, she feels something soft and certain bloom inside her chest. It was hope. Daniel now smiles gently, a mixture of relief and awe on his face, and reaches for her hand. She hesitates for a heartbeat, then laces her fingers with his. The warmth of his hand, the steady rhythm of his heartbeat, feels like coming home. They rise together from the corner table, stepping into the soft drizzle outside. The salty sea air wraps around them, fresh and new. They don't promise forever, not yet. All they promise is today, this moment, and the chance to see where their hearts might lead. Emma glances at Daniel, a small, genuine smile breaking through the tears in her eyes. I never thought this could happen, she whispers. He squeezes her hand gently. Me neither. But here we are. And in that quiet, perfect instant, 20 years of longing, heartache, and missed chances melt away. All that matters is the warmth between them, the love that never truly ended, and the gentle promise of a new beginning. If this story touched your heart, Let me know in the comments. Share your own moments of love and second chances. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more heartfelt stories about love, healing, and rediscovering hope.